Hi Gemini, welcome to your October reading. So this month we're doing a Cartomancy reading, which is with a regular deck of playing cards rather than tarot. And I'm also going to be pulling an oracle card for you. Nah, I love this little playing deck. It's so cute. So that's what I'm going to be using today. Alright Gemini, take a big deep breath for me. Alright, we're looking at Gemini for the month of October 2021. All right. Okay. So, Gemini, for the month of October, what is on your mind is the Two of Hearts. So you have either a relationship on your mind, most likely for most of you, or it could just be any relationship, like a friendship or with a parent or sibling or whatever. But I do think that this is a romantic relationship, but also more so the give and take in any relationship that you are in. So you're starting to think of the give and take in your relationships, and now the opposing factor, you're starting to think of how you can be a little bit more selfish, and not in a negative way. It's almost as if you guys have always fought to do what was best for your partnership, even if it wasn't exactly what you agreed with, but you were able to rationalize and you were able to move forward and keep working on something, even though you didn't necessarily vibe with it or agree with it, but you were able to chameleon your way into convincing yourself that that's what you wanted or that's what you agreed with. But now the environment is kind of suggesting that you're moving away from a certain belief or moral system, or this relationship, because of your morals, because you realize that you don't align as much with this person anymore because you were the one working so hard to align with this person, and the other person wasn't necessarily putting in the same amount of work you were for this relationship. And so now you're like, I think I'm getting some clarity on this. I think it'd be best if I just moved on, because you want to move on to your independence now. You are ready to see what the world has to offer you. The Two of Clubs, it's like the Two of Wands in the tarot deck. So you are looking out there and you're like, you know what, I want to see what else is out there. I want to experience new things. I feel like I haven't really explored. I haven't done much other than what I was comfortable with, and that's kind of what your environment's challenging you to do right now. The Six of Spades and the Four of Diamonds, it's kind of like you're holding on to this relationship, this person, because they are a part of your financial resources. But your advice here is saying that when you do move on from this person, you will be able to find financial abundance on your own, because this relationship is draining your energy, which is reflected in your money energy being drained. So if this relationship has been less than fun or inspirational, or you just don't even feel the passion or connection anymore, and you don't have the same morals or values, then it's about time you took your stuff and left, because you can easily flip your assets, but you can't do that if you're with someone that's draining your happiness, whether it's conscious or subconsciously. But the result here being the Jack of Diamonds, it's saying that you are going to be on your way to become this King of Diamonds. So you are going to feel like you have to start from scratch a little bit. You're going to feel out of your comfort zone, out of your element, but you do feel hopeful. You find that inspiration again that you've been missing, that passion that you've been lacking. You do find it again when you decide to move forward, move on from this situation. Don't hold on so much to your finances. Don't be so insecure about your ability to make money or your ability to survive on your own, because you are more than capable of doing so. And that's actually what is awaiting you once you believe that you are capable to be on your own, right? Because what's here is just what you are used to, but that's about it. Okay, Gemini, take a deep breath. I'm going to pull an oracle card for you. Change. Leap forward and dare to make that change. There will be sacrifices and roadblocks, but you are protected. This is an imminent move. What is stale and depressed will be revitalized with this new energy. Oh shit. Look, and another King of Cups. Or another king. So yeah, you do find that self-love. You do find this revitalized new energy, which is the bottom of the deck. So it's just pretty much I think this is just a breakup reading, like, or again, apply to whatever relationship it is. Moving on from your current partner, moving on from your parents, moving on from your previous friends, whatever. Once you move on, you will find inspiration, you will find your passion, and you will fall in love with life again, Gemini. All right, enjoy your October. See you next month. Hi Libra, happy October and happy birthday to my October Libras. Alright, so this month we're going to be doing a Cartomancy reading, which means we're using a deck of playing cards rather than tarot cards. And I'm also going to pull an oracle card for you. So, if you can take a big deep breath for me, Libra. We're going to go into your October reading. Also, yes, it's a mini deck of cards. It's so cute. I love it. Interesting. You have both the Joker cards in your reading. Oh, let me just move it over here. Alright, give me a second. Okay, Libra. So, the heart of your reading is the 9 of coins. So, you want to feel self-sufficient. You are craving that independence, specifically financial or material independence, but the opposing factor is some sort of conflict. So it's either conflict in your environment, inner conflict, or both. It's definitely distracting you from trying to get your life it sounds kind of mean, like trying to get your life together, but you do have this burning desire to do that. It's just your energy is disorganized for some reason, and it's disorganized right now because you're not in alignment with where you need to be, because your environment, or like what spirit is trying to teach you, is how to be more structured and how to be a leader in your own life. You guys have often over-considered the opinions of those around you to the point where you never truly lived for yourself, or you couldn't feel like you've truly lived for yourself up until this moment. And it's not that because you were lacking, because I think you did have love and relationships in your life, but it was more of the sense of self that you were missing. You didn't really, again, have that burning desire to meet something because you didn't really know what it was. But now you feel like you are ready for that. But you have to shed a very large part of what was your personality back then. And so the shift can feel a little jarring, but you're still joyful, you're still, happy-go-lucky Libra, even though your environment is really overwhelming and chaotic right now. So this is also a warning to not just put on a happy face for the sake of it, and that's also what this advice card is saying. It's the Seven of Spades. So don't deceive yourself and don't deceive others into thinking that you're fine when you're not. And don't be someone that you're not. I feel like, not that you guys have been not yourselves this whole time, but it's almost as if you omitted certain parts of yourself that you thought were unacceptable to other people. But now you're starting to realize that that didn't really benefit you, because the outcome card here is the Four of Hearts. So you're starting to realize now what emotionally fulfills you versus what doesn't. And you're going to now start to take action on things that you actually want to do for yourself, not based on how you've lived your life before because of other people or because of, society or your mentors or whoever telling you what to do. Now it's like you have this, again, you're starting to discover that spark, that sense of self that you didn't really know that you were missing. And it feels really good because, well, it feels good and bad at the same time. And that's kind of like your duality, right? You know that this is good for you and it feels really good, but you hate rocking the boat. You hate making other people feel bad or negative. And it's not even that you're making them feel bad or negative. It's like, if that's how they end up feeling as a result of you drawing a boundary for yourself, as a result of you saying, hey, I don't want this for my life anymore, then they don't deserve to be in your life, because they're not people who want what's best for you, because they shouldn't be taking advantage of the things that you dislike. They should be rooting for you when you're going after the things that you want and when you're setting boundaries for yourself. So that is a message for you, Libra. And now we're going to pull an oracle card for you. So you can just take another deep breath. Libra, you have move on. Strive for a bigger purpose. Do not see the lotus bud, see instead the lotus blossom. Don't focus on the don't focus on the moment, for it is temporary. The future is better than today, even when not in view. So, try out this new thing. Step into your new life. Don't be afraid to move on from your past, because what's waiting for you is going to be so much more fulfilling, and you're going to be so glad that you did this for yourself and not for anyone else. All right, Libra. Happy birthday, and I'll see you next month. Bye. Hi, Aquarius. Welcome to your October reading. So this month we're going to be doing a Cartomancy reading, which is with a regular deck of playing cards rather than tarot. And they're so cute. Look at it. And also I'm going to be pulling an oracle card for you as well at the end. So you can take a deep breath from me, Aquarius. We're going to look into your October. October for Aquarius 2021. Wow, you got all four threes. All right. See everything? Yeah. All right. So, the heart of your reading this month is going to be the 10 of clubs. So you've been feeling really burnt out. You feel like you've been doing it all alone, and you've been juggling a lot mentally. But the opposing factor here is your mind is running out of room now. So you're really starting to feel your body and your mind catch up with you, and it's starting to affect your stability in multiple areas of your life. And this is kind of resulting in you going back to that place where you don't feel productive the way you like to be, and you're also starting to let that translate into your finances. So you're starting to feel a little insecure about your finances, but it's because you don't know where to direct your energy right now. Normally you guys are on top of it, and you can strategize and plan things pretty well, and you can, you have pretty good foresight, but because you're so drained and you're so burnt out, you no longer have this ability. Well, not that you no longer, but for the month of October, you can't use that ability because you're feeling just burnt out. Like, that's kind of the message I just keep getting. You're overworked. You have no more gas. And that's what it is. So the main message for you here is to ask for help. Ask for help from your network. Ask for help from your friends, your family, if you trust them, people around you, professionals, counsel. Literally, you just have to ask for help. If you don't see a therapist right now, I definitely think some of you guys should seek out a therapist or a counselor. If there is anything that you've been adamant about, like, I need to do this on my own, I can finish this on my own, and then you've realized after some time that you can't, now is the time to swallow your pride and ask for help, because it's not a bad thing. It's not a negative thing to ask for help. What will be a negative thing is if you don't ask for help and the project that you're working on crash and burns because you were too stubborn to ask for help. Then other people will be affected, and that could be a little messy, right? So right now, this is you do, it's funny. It's like you mentally want to create that fire in your belly, but the reality is you just don't have enough gas to do it. So mentally, no matter how much you want to, right now you can't, because you're emotionally, mentally empty. That's what this is. And some of that is kind of self-inflicted. Like, you might be isolating yourself. Again, going back to the not asking for help thing. So once you reach out to at least that one person that you trust, it'll really start to get the ball rolling for you. And you have to solidify that by really reaching out, because right now you're all in your head. It's only in your head right now. Not that it's only in your head, but you're all in your head right now, and you're not taking action. You're not telling anyone. You're not talking to anyone, and it is going to wear you down. It might be, you've been used to having an on and off switch for your emotions all your life, so you can like deal with shit and handle shit, and it's worked for you very well. But now it's getting to the point where all of that shutting off of emotion, it's finally catching up to you. So if you want to have this King of Diamonds kind of lifestyle and mentality and emotional capacity, then you have to be able to admit when you need help. Because someone who is emotionally whole, financially whole, they didn't get there at the top by themselves, right? A lot of people are like, oh, I'm self-made, I did this on my own, I had no help. I call bullshit. Everybody needs help. Everybody gets somewhere else in life because of someone else, and that's completely okay. But as long as you don't take advantage of people, as long as you're not stepping on people in order for you to get to the top, as long as you're not, doing anything to anyone else's or your detriment, you'll be good. The result here is you have the Three of Hearts. So again, this is the friendship card. I think you will end up seeking emotional support, and I think it's going to be something that is not as intimidating as you think it is. Because, you guys do like socializing. I know you do like to isolate as well, but socializing will be good for you this month, because one, not only is it just a good distraction from your problems, two, you might actually learn something from someone. Like, you don't have to go into it like, hey, I really need to talk about all my problems today, like, can you listen? It's just like, let's go get a cup of coffee, and in that conversation your friend might say something just in passing, and it might be really inspirational to you, and then it sparks that fire in your belly that you've been craving. All right, but the main message for you is to not deceive yourself into thinking that you can do this all alone, that you can, just push your emotions down and not process them and you'll be okay. It's catching up to you, and you're starting to feel it. And I think, you need to start taking care of your health, specifically your mental health, sooner than later. All right, so we have an oracle card here. I'm going to pull for you, and you take a deep breath, Aquarius. Fire, radiance. Speaking of fire, the radiant light emerges from the south and spreads in all directions. It awakens your passion and intuition. The organization and preparation stages are over. The summer months are an ideal time to execute your plans. Go forward at full speed. Make this advantageous move or risk losing the opportunity. So take the timing with a grain of salt. If you do want to take it seriously, it says the summer months, so you have about, a year for whatever you're planning on. But yeah, this is saying that you can execute your plans. You can have the things that you want. You can have this 10 of diamonds, or this 10 of diamonds, this king of diamonds lifestyle, but you have to do it with other people. And it says awakening your passion and intuition, that's going to come from somewhere external. So if you're in your head all the time, you're not going to get inspired, because, you know, especially when we're in a creative block like this, it's really nice just to have someone else's voice, whether or not it's talking about the same thing that you're thinking about. Again, I'm really thinking that if you just, you know, hang out with people casually, something is going to be said in passing, and it's going to inspire you, and it's going to change the trajectory of your thought process. All right, Aquarius, take care of your mental health this month, please, please, please. All right, don't ignore it. Enjoy your October. Take it easy, and I'll see you next month.